What's up, guys? It's your favorite enchanted pastry here, Lucky Donut, and today I have a very not so special guest.
My name is Dom, or DRX Disciple, and I am glad to be here.
Aren't you, though? Hey, guys, it's episode 4 of Tyler Talks, and we've got an epic gameplay on the map. Not too sure, sorry, don't play Ghost that much, but it is very entertaining. And today's topic of discussion is map control and being there for your teammates.
And who better to have here than the number one teammate who we pretty much play every single game together. As you can see, like most of our series are together.
So right here, you can obviously see that I'm gunning for B right at the start, and I'm mainly basing this off Domination because obviously that's what we're playing right now, but Domination is very popular, and it's probably the most popular objective-based game mode because of how good it is to play. I think that going for B is definitely the first thing you should do, never mind the flag that you spawn right in front of.
Yeah, because you can assume that a few of your teammates are going to like go straight for that. And if you saw there, if you were looking at the map, right when me and Tyler started, so Tyler said, okay, let's go straight for B. And I said, that sounds like a good idea. I'll go left if you go right. So as you saw, Tyler went right, ran up the stairs, but unfortunately all the enemies went right. Like, we would assume, though, that most of them will go left. So that's why I was going that way, so we could have covered both ways just in case they were there. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah, not all plans are perfect, and you can't predict what the enemies are going to do. These guys actually did have a pretty good starting rotation where a couple guys ran in the building, one guy stayed in the back with that thermal honey badger, and a couple guys came down the side trying to cut us off at our spawn. The thing is, that Maverick though, huh? You know, that's the new DLC weapon that you're going to see me get killed pretty much every single death this game. You want to try and stay on the outsides of the map, or at least have one of you. We're facing a party of 6. You don't need 6 players. It was just me and Dom. One guy needs to stay on the outside, and what I like to do is build up a kill streak so that I can protect Dom from the air, try and keep him so that he can get the flags or whatever objective, and try and get him some kills too and let him know where all the people are when I can see.
Yeah, I'm more of an objective-based player. I like rushing and going for all that. I mean, I do like going for kill streaks. That was my thing in like Modern Warfare 3 and almost every single COD. But the way I do it is I don't really hang around the outside. I like running in and running and gunning pretty much is my play style, which is why me and Tyler are like the perfect balance because I run and gun while he protects me from the outside. And that's pretty much perfect. You want to have on your team, you want to have a few kids who like to run and gun, but then you also want to have some really good slayers who have the ability to stay on the outside. And like Tyler here, he's protecting our flank while I can run into the middle and attempt to take B and potentially push towards A. So you always want to have that perfect balance, whether it be 2 kids who run and gun and 4 protectors or vice versa.
Well, one of the biggest things about Domination is the triple cap, and you need to know when to do this, you need to know not. I mean, we're only down by about 20 points here, so there's no need for a triple cap. All we need is one of the flags, and generally you want to have B and one of the other A or C. There's a few maps that I could argue you could take A and C and leave B, like Strike Zone, if you remember the points there. Dominic took this flag because we don't have B. This is a good strategy to try and get them to take A so we can gun it for B. That way they're distracted and we can take the other flag. Great strategy that he put on right there. But triple capping is almost never necessary.
Yeah, especially since if you're trying to get a good gameplay, I mean a lot of you aren't going to be trying to get gameplays, but if you're trying to get a lot of kills, you don't want to triple cap instantly, because if you do that, they're going to be spawning all over the place. There's going to be absolutely no way for you to figure out where they are, which is why Tyler and I typically don't triple cap until the very end of the game when it's necessary. So, I mean, we try to avoid that. We typically try to take B in one of the other objectives, even if we're only having one of the other objectives. We pretty much slay for the middle of the game, and then once it's, I'd say like around 120, once one of the teams reaches 120, is when the team that's losing needs to like think about starting to cap 2, if not 3 objectives.
And as you can see right here, I'm trying to stay away from the spawn. There is a invisible line that you need to know. I mean, because new players are not going to know that, but there's this invisible line where you need to know when to not to cross it so the spawns don't flip. And I'm pretty wary of that. I'm pretty much pro at doing that in every map, but that line is so crucial in keeping the enemy where you want them to be.
Yeah, especially if you're going to be trying to contain spawn points. You want to make sure the enemies aren't spawning behind you, And the only really way to do that is to not go past a certain point. I mean, after you've played COD for a long time, there's not like a specific point that you have to wait, but you get the hang of it that you shouldn't go past a certain spot, because then you can kind of assume that the enemies are going to be able to spawn behind you and pretty much ruin your streak or ruin your spawn trap, especially if you have teammates with you, because if you're not talking to them, those kids are obviously, if they're newer players, they think, hey, you know what, I can get a couple free kills if I run into their spawn and get them right off the bat. But what they don't know is that the spawn system is set up so that people, if they run into the spawn, it flips it around.
And that's, I mean, and especially in Domination, when you're spawning at the flag you own, and right now we only have A. They know that because it's blue, but they're pretty much not able to get to A, but right now I'm in C because I kind of wanted to get them to flip to A so that we could go for B. And right now Dominic and a few other players are gunning it towards B, and pretty soon you're going to see one of the objectives turn a different color. I assume A would be the, yeah, see, there's a couple guys over at A, but right now I'm trying to clear out this building, and whoever got that, I think it's called Odin, whoever got that see-through wall kill streak, that guy just got owned. It just kind of saved us with that.
Yeah, so the way I typically like to play Domination is right off the bat, your teammates are obviously going to take the objectives you're at, so I would gun it for B. I'd say you keep B for a little bit of the time, and then eventually through the game, you're either going to have B in your objective, or pretty much that. So after a little bit of time, I like to take the two outer objective actually and trap them at B. So once you've trapped them at B, everybody's going to be pretty much, they're going to talk together and say, yo, let's all go and take A. And while they do that, that gives your team the perfect opportunity to run into B, swoop that up, so then you can push them out to the outer parts of the map. So you can basically contain the choke point, which is B, and protect your objective so they can't even get by. So it's probably, I'd say, the best method about it.
Alright, and the other topic of discussion today is the duel series we want to do on Modern Warfare 3, where we do 2v2s, and that was always a good time because you could always see the live recording of our faces. Dominic suggested this to me, and I thought it was great. It's a perfect opportunity for you to see teamwork while in action instead of us just telling you about it. That way you can see communication between two players, and you can see how objective-based game modes are really played.
Yeah, we kind of tried to do this on my old channel, or my single channel that I still have. I think it's a good way for you guys to see. I mean, you can always listen to tips and trick videos, but I mean, it's not going to really cement the ideas into place until you can really see them happening. So what we were thinking is, if we can go into 2v2s, we can, typically other players that go into 2v2s are with a friend of theirs, so we can test out our skills to see if, with our communication and our Call of Duty skill, if we can win games. It'll most likely completely be live commentary, so you can see exactly what's happening, when it's happening, and stay in tune with us during the game.
And I think it's a great opportunity to also see how we play specifically, not just teamwork, but you can also see the role of a Slayer, you can also see the role of a objective-based gameplay motor like Dominic is, and that's a great way for a balance, and you can kind of mold your style to what kind of player you want to be out of those two.
So in the series, you'll probably just see both of our cameras on the screen at once, considering, and it's all pretty much going to be Xbox 360 until the Xbox One comes out with headsets. I mean, it's not as fun to play because I really hate wearing that little, it feels like it's wearing a toy on your head, like a McDonald's toy. So I don't really like talking into that, and it'll be a lot easier just to record with what we're wearing, and then we'll be able to get some sweet gameplays for you guys while you guys can see what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, I always love Modern Warfare 3. Probably my favorite Call of Duty, pretty close to COD 4 anyway, because COD 4 is awesome, but and give me some credit because I'm not too good at the kill streaks in this game for obvious reasons. But that's pretty much the gameplay, guys. Final score is 32-6, I do believe. We do just barely beat them. The score is pretty close throughout the entire game. I think actually we lose for most of the game until the end here, when I'm just kind of destroying. We're still losing actually right now.
Yeah, the gameplay comes down right to the end. I mean, typically you don't want to let this happen because it is like a 50-50 chance if you're going to end up winning the game or not. So Tyler and I typically don't like to bring it down to the line like this, but in this gameplay, it was kind of panning out. Tyler said he was on his kill streak, so he thought he was going to be able to do it. And Tyler actually thought he killed himself right there with the Guardian.
Yeah, because I saw the car explode, so I was like, oh, that just pretty much ended me. But apparently I'm awesome and survive insane explosions from the Griffin, so whatever. But
Yeah, and then I was also going to say, if you're going to be doing things like this, you want to typically have the run and gun player with lower kill streaks and have the outside player running higher kill streaks like Tyler is here, because for a player like me who's going to be trying to capture objectives, I don't want to be burdened by having to like pilot a kill streak around. You want to have the person who isn't capturing objectives be the one who's providing air support, and as you can see, he sees all the little squares, so as he's doing this, he's letting me know where everybody is, so I can keep an eye on them and make sure that they're not behind me if I'm trying to capture an objective or something like that.
Especially when they're in buildings there, guys. You're not going to be able to get them. Even with the Griffin who can maneuver into buildings, you have to let the guy know, especially with B, because it's the most high traffic area in the domination game. You have to let your boy know in there that there are guys around him all over the place. But anyway, that's about the gameplay. I want to thank you guys for watching. This was Lucky Donut, or Tyler, and
He's here with me, Dom, or DRX Disciple. You guys will see our scores in just a second. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like down below and let us know what you think about the series. And as you can see, 33-17, 32-6. But we'll talk to you guys later.
have a good one, guys. Peace out.